What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Try to get some people up in here. I decided to do a live today. Um, and as you can see in the title, The Dirty Little Secret in the Black Neighborhood. That's the name of the title. The Dirty Little Secret in the Black Neighborhood. Um, as anybody know what was going down in the Bronx, I'm gonna give you a little news. A 22-year-old black female killed both of her kids, one 11 months and one 1 year old. She stabbed them and drowned them to death. Two little black boys. The dirty little secret. Hey, what's going on, Drew? The dirty little secret in the black neighborhood is that black on black hate and black on black crime is at an all-time high. That's the dirty little secret in the black neighborhood. And we always talk about Black Lives Matter. If somebody of a different race, especially police officers, kill someone black, then black on black crime happens in our neighborhood. But if somebody of another race kills a black person, then Black Lives Matter. Yeah, Drew, it's heartbreaking. But we as blacks kill each other from sunup to sundown every day. And the crime that's going on in the black neighborhood, nobody wants to face it. We only talk about when a non-black person kills us. We had people like Al Sharpton, who's a money-grubbing person, Jesse Slickman Jackson, he don't care. And Benjamin Crump is always on the take when somebody non-black kills us. But from Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, black folks will kill each other over colors. Black folks will kill each other over property that we don't own. Black folks will kill each other over drugs. Black folks will kill each other over women. And the dirty little secret is none of us are saying anything about it. This is why the black neighborhood and black folks, period, right now are hypocrites. Now, them two little black boys should have never died like that. And I really blame that on a lot of black females that don't like black men, that advocate on killing and having abortion for black boys. That was horrible that a 22-year-old black female kills her kids, man. And you're not going to see Benjamin Crump. You're not going to see Al Sharpton. You're not going to see Jesse Slickman Jackson, man. You're not going to see these people. They're not going to show up. But I guarantee you, if it was a cop that killed them little black boys, they would have been flooded with Black Lives Matter, those scam artists. Benjamin Crump, Al Sharpton, and Jesse Jackson would have been at the podium watching this and saying something. Negroes have a problem. And the problem is a dirty little secret that we carry that a lot of us just can't stand each other. It's no secret to the outside world because you know why? It's all over social media. It's all over social media how black women and black men are going at it like crazy. And the black men that want nothing to do with this, that's saying, you know what? Let me take my passport. Let me take my retirement money and go to another country to find somebody that I can settle down with. But the little secret in the black neighborhood that black people, 50, maybe even 75% of us can't stand each other. That's the dirty little secret. And we're hypocrites. I blame Negroes for doing this. We're hypocrites because we're always out there protesting when a white cop kills somebody black. But when we kill each other every day, nobody's out there protesting. Nobody. You won't see nobody. Black Lives Matter, Black Panthers, nobody. And I'm so sick of these supposed to be black leaders, man. I'm so sick of them because all they are doing is sucking the black community dry when somebody white or somebody else of another race kills black people, man. Them little two boys, them two black boys should have never have died like that. They should have, there was no reason why that female killed her little kids like that, man. No type of excuse for that. But like I said, I blame us. I blame Negroes because we're always doing something that's not right, and we're always fighting when white folks do something, but every day we do something, nothing. We will kill each other over colors. That means if I'm a blood and you're a Crip and you have red and I have blue, we can't even walk down the street without getting our head blasted over a damn color. We can. And then we're out there doing mystic stuff on the block, and then we're saying it's our block. We will kill you for walking in another block that you don't even have the deeds to and you don't even own. You don't own none of this stuff, but we will kill somebody. You mean to tell me the elderly people that worked all their lives can't sit in the park without being killed by a damn Pookie and a Ray Ray? The dirty little secret in the black neighborhoods. We are some hypocritical people. We are. We can't run from it. We can't hide it. All over social media, you hear black females advocating on killing black men. You have black females that get on social media talking about to a black female, if you get pregnant and find out the baby's a boy, to go to the abortion and kill it because he's going to be a little black bastard like his father. And no one's talking about it. We'll talk about everything else. We won't talk about that. We'll talk about a stupid football game, basketball, and everything else, but not the problems in our neighborhood. And then we want to blame the white man. The white man has nothing to do with this. It's black folks, it's Negroes killing Negroes every day, Monday through Friday, 7 days a week over stuff that just doesn't make any sense, man. Any sense. You got people that got to go to work at 6 and 7 in the morning and have to come outside and see these thugs in front of your place drinking beer, liquor, shooting dice, and selling crack. And you got to hope to God that they don't stick a gun in your face before you get to work. See, the problem is Negroes have to confront Negroes about this, man. We always try to ask everybody for our help. No, it has to be black folks. Negroes have to stand up and start pointing out the problem. We can't keep having everybody hold our hand. This is our neighborhood. And unfortunately, I had to leave. Yeah, so now I'm considered an Uncle Tom and a sellout because I left the black neighborhood, because I wanted to make it home. I wanted to make it to work safe. I shouldn't have to go to work and have all this mystery stuff in front of a place that I pay rent for, man. We have a problem. Nobody talks about black on black racism. We'll get some right now. Big Hawk is talking about it. I'm talking about it. Yes, there is black on black racism. How about that? And the sad thing about it, we use white folks and everybody else. You have black females. I'm going to go get me a white man because he can take care of me. And you have brothers. I'm going to go get me a white girl because she can take care of me. And you're using them. How about dating somebody because you love her, man? But nobody's pointing out. But guess what? On social media, I'm doing it. I'm calling out the black neighborhood, man. I'm calling out our bull crap. I'm calling out the drugs, the guns, the mischief, the terrorists in our neighborhood, man. Those two little boys die, and nobody else that was hard in the black neighborhood should die, man. Two things gotta happen. Either this is going to keep going on, or black folks, good black folks like me and people that I know at work have to separate, man. We have to separate and leave these blacks to kill each other. If this is what they want to do and this is how they want to live, they got to live that way, man. But a lot of us don't. I'm so hurt that them two little kids was killed like that. And then I heard on the news that they was warned that was something mentally wrong with that female, and nothing was done about it. So now two kids got their life snuffed out over their mother. And you know what? Because it was boys, men, period, I don't care. In this situation, the race of boys and men, we get a raw deal. Men, period, get a raw deal, man. Because they had this feminist movement and they have this Me Too movement, so we get the raw deal. It's so disgusting, but the secret in our neighborhood, somebody got to call it out. Every day I turn on the news in the hood, these Negroes will snuff each other out for stuff that don't make sense. And then if you as a Negro, you go to college to be a doctor, to be a lawyer, a scientist, or you go take a trade to be an electrician, a plumber, an architect, you're considered a sellout because you left the terrorist neighborhood that you lived in. You're a sellout. That's what they call us. You are a sellout. Well, I guess a lot of people are going to have to sell out and leave these neighborhoods, man. If these Pookies and Ray Rays and Shaquanas and Laquana want to kill themselves, let them do it. But don't do this on innocent people, man. And stop with this promotion of this gang violence and this gang hip-hop music that's going on right now. I said it. I said it. You got this stupid drill music, and everybody's ended up going dead when they're going to different parts of California, New York, ending up dead, man. This ain't white folks doing it. I don't want to hear this crap anymore. This crap with white folks, I don't want to hear because you're blaming them for the problem we're causing right now, man. We are human. We're not stupid. We have a brain. We can use our brain. This is horrible. This is not good, man. This ain't good at all. And somebody has to call out. You know what I'm calling it out. The little dirty secret that black folks have is black on black racism and black on black hate. So you know what? We have to separate, man. Negroes that's doing the right thing have to leave. Don't care if they call you a sellout and Uncle Tom nigga, leave the hood now. Leave it. I remember when I was growing up, you couldn't touch nobody. I remember this. I was born 1970. I remember you couldn't touch nobody on the block. No girls, no kids, no elderly people without being checked. But right now, you got a bunch of softies living and walking the face of the earth right now. You got soft people, and you couldn't do that when I was growing up. If you came to my neighborhood and we didn't know you, we checked you. Asked you who you going to see. Do you know this person? What are you up to? But you got people that's walking in the neighborhoods, man, causing all type of chaos. All type of chaos. All type of mischief. You got women killing their kids. You got people robbing elderly people. People raping in our neighborhood. This is going on in the black neighborhood right now. And nobody's saying nothing about it. I'm so sick of these pro-blacks, they make me want to throw up. These pro-blacks will tell you about how bad the white man is. They will get money out of you, talking about how they're going to build schools for little boys. They tell you this stuff, and they end up taking the money for themselves, man. So these pro-blacks are just as worse than the devil. And you got these preachers. The worst thing, the churches was the worst thing that ever happened in a black neighborhood. Because these churches are like demonistic whorehouses, man. You're supposed to learn about the Lord, not every time the pastor asking for money and the pastor is having sex with you, your mother, your aunt. I'm going to call out the neighborhood right now, man. I'm calling it out. I'm calling out the black neighborhood, man. We ought to be ashamed of ourselves because our ancestors was real. They really did stuff. They really did. And if they was alive right now to see how we act, and they'd probably die again. They'd probably die again. They would probably die again. That was the worst. The churches are like whorehouses, and the pastors and the deacons are pimps. And they're pimping out the neighborhood. Listen, man. Y'all niggas out there, y'all got to get it together. Y'all have to get it together ASAP. You can't keep blaming everybody. I don't want to hear this blame game anymore. We got to blame ourselves. We got to blame ourselves. Whoever's watching right now, put something in the chat. How you feel? Don't be afraid to do that. Because this right here is horrible. Every time I turn around, now 2 young kids are dead. I remember 2 years ago that two young kids, one is 19, one is 14, and they're shooting at each other in Brooklyn, running down the street shooting, and these people are having a nice time barbecue, and this knucklehead shoots at the other guy he's trying to kill, and a little 13-month boy was murdered, man. You didn't see no Black Lives Matter didn't show up. No Al Sharpton didn't show up. None of the show. They only show up that they're a bunch of scumbags, man. I'm calling them that. They are dirty. There's no black leaders. None. None of these leaders are legit. They're not like our real ancestors, man. I'm sorry. And our real ancestors got to be in their grave turning over 1 trillion times right now. I can't believe that nobody's calling out what I'm calling it out. I'm calling it out. I'm calling out the nonsense and the terrorism in our neighborhood right now. I'm calling it out, man. I got to call it out. Somebody has to do this, man. It hurts to see how we acting right now. But them 2 boys, they lit a fire in my soul, man. They are so adorable, and they're not going to have a chance to grow up, to get married, to go to school, to have a career, to do anything because their mother decided she was going to be selfish, and she killed them. She killed them. And like I said, I blame a lot of these females that hate black men. I blame them, man. Because a lot of these females putting this stuff on social media about how they hate men and how black men should be killed. The good ones, not the bad ones, the good ones. And the little black baby boy should be killed. This goes across social media. People hear this and they do this, man. This is horrible. It should have never happened. They should have never had their life snuffed out like that, man. Every day I turn on the news. They used to have people controlling our neighborhoods back then. You couldn't do stuff in our neighborhood without getting checked by the elders. Now the elders are so afraid, they're not doing nothing. The elders are so afraid, they're not doing nothing. Elders back then did some elders now, they're not doing nothing. Black people need to be ashamed of themselves. ASAP, we do. We have to be ashamed of ourselves, man. We doing stuff, man, and then blaming every other race of people for our own problems. I just had to go on a rant. I had to go on a rant. So now the good men of all races and black men are saying the hell with this. They're taking their passport. They're taking their retirement money. They're taking the money that they saved up, and they're going to other countries, finding women over there. A lot of them are going over there, staying over there, opening up a little business with their girlfriends or their wives that they got married to, or their better half. This is what they're doing because nobody wants to deal with this, and a lot of black men are on board with that, and black men are being ridiculed for that right now, man. Not the bad ones, because the bad ones ain't going nowhere. It's the good ones. And Lord, spare my life, I'm going to do the same thing. I will never, ever date anybody else in this community, ever. I'm sorry. You could call me a token Negro. You could call me a sellout. You could call me Uncle Tom, Uncle Ruckus. I don't care no more. Because Negroes have to wake up. We are our worst enemy. I've always heard that. Negroes, we are our worst enemy. A lot of us can't stand each other, and everybody's walking around not saying nothing. Not saying anything. To everybody out there that is of color and that don't want nothing to do with this craziness, keep doing what you're doing, but leave the neighborhood. Leave. Don't stay there. Leave. Let people disrespect you. Let people call you any name in the book, but leave. Don't stay in the neighborhood. SYSBM, Passport Brothers, and my new movement, #JustUs. Salute to everybody. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Everybody be safe because the holidays ain't finished yet. I'm out here. Salute.